Thank you very much. Good morning to all our guests and participants here today, my collaborators in building a robust cyber network for the country. A pleasant morning to you all. And of course, I'd like to greet the president of the ISOG, Mr. Archie Tolentino, and of course, the vice president of ISOG, Mr. Chito Jacinto. Congratulations. Very successful and important event. And I'd like to thank the Information Security Officers Group again for inviting me to be here today. It is truly an honor. And we're here to gain a better understanding of the Philippine cybersecurity landscape, policy environment, and the potential activities that the public and private sectors can do to improve these measures. Having been with the legislative branch for years, since I was first elected as congressman of the Lone District of Las Piñas City, it has always been one of my advocacies to augment cybersecurity and consumer protection through legislation that prioritizes the arming of our digital systems. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine cybersecurity market is expected to grow by 13.11% to $387.1 million by 2028. One of the most critical components of our cybersecurity market is the increasing use of digital payment and fintech platforms, whose revenues is forecasted to reach 1.26 billion US dollars by the same year. The Philippine government is aligned with the track towards digitalization, as we have been intensifying the institutional efforts to address concerns regarding digital transformation. In February of this year, we adopted the National Cybersecurity Plan of 2024 to 2028, which encapsulates programs that will give protection to cyberspace users and training for the cybersecurity workforce. The grant plan also aims to serve as the foundation for the policy framework of this sector. To this day, we have multiple laws and policies in force to regulate our cyberspace. Some of these include the E-Commerce Act, the Data Privacy Act of 2012, and the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. This is in response to how digitalization has slowly taken center stage in our economy, how financial transactions to online purchases, and in the conduct of business transactions between businesses and other relative institutions, and most particularly among netizens and digital users like ourselves. Now, more than a decade since these laws were enacted, the continuous growth of the digital economy and the commitment of the government manifests the extreme importance of digitalization in the post-pandemic recovery of the country, as the economy's resilience relies heavily on its capacity to adapt to the evolving cyber environment. One particular aspect of cyber network is the digital market, which was valued at $17 billion in 2021 and is projected to expand to $40 billion by 2025. As your senator, I have a particular focus on arming our digital market by enacting bills and laws that address the evolving challenges and trends in cyberspace. A testament of my support for our shared goal, together with the colleagues in the Senate and the House of Representatives, is the enactment of the Internet Transaction Act and the Anti-Financial Account Scamming Act, or AFASA, both of which I authored and sponsored in the Senate. The ITA establishes a code of conduct to protect consumer interests and prevent online scams, one particular issue faced by both financial institutions and consumers in the digital age. Our aim is clear to ensure the safety and security of both consumers and business owners engaged in transactions. On the other hand, the AFASA aims to provide safeguard measures for both consumers and financial institutions from cases of deceptive scams and online fraud, which is becoming very prevalent, as you all know. And one of its important provisions is the obligation of financial institutions to ramp up their respective risk management systems to avoid consumers falling prey to heinous scamming schemes. Through AFASA, we will have proactive measures that will provide protection for the financial accounts of all our Filipinos. Financial institutions like banks will be required to adopt and implement adequate fraud preventive controls and mechanisms. Knowing that trust is the currency of our financial institutions, we armed AFASA and ITA with provisions that will strengthen this trust, allowing for increased transaction by the public and therefore a more robust and developed digital economy. These legislative efforts hope to strengthen the foundation of the Philippine digital economy and cyberspace by providing safety measures for both financial institutions and consumers. The ITA and the FASA are only the start of our policy reform actions to ensure that the Philippine cyberspace is integrated with the most adequate consumer protection interests. So again, the Senate and the Congress, your House of Representatives, is working very hard to update our laws because the digital economy presents a new set of problems and issues that require a new set of rules to govern. So we're working on that, and we'll be continuously passing new bills such as the AFAS and the ITA to ensure that all of you are adequately protected and there is a model by which we can grow the digital economy. So again, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this very important occasion and to share with you some of our ideas and legislation that we have passed with regards to the digital economy and cybersecurity. Again, thank you very much. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Senator, would like to ask you to please remain on stage. And with that, we'd like to call on ISOG President Archie Tolentino and ISOG VP Chito Jacinto on stage as well for a photo op and a token of our appreciation. Mr. Alvin Punsalan, please join them on stage as well for a photo op. There you go.